Okay. So after my mom said, the email thing to her, I was like, Mom, stop being mean to her. She's going to stick a freaking needle through her ears. You want her to do it right. You know what I mean? Like, it's like being mean to somebody in a drive-thru. Like, it's like going to a restaurant and being mean to the waiter or the waitress. They're gonna put something in your food. You know what I mean? And this woman was going to, like, stab us in the head or something. I was a little nervous, okay? So then, um, the woman kept calling my mom, instead of Debbie. So, um, after, the whole email address thing, whatever, my mom paid for Morgan and Lindsay's earrings. So, she gave her the card, and then the woman gave her the receipt to sign, and my mom signed it, Deb Mom, just to see if she would notice it. And she didn't! Like, she's such a freaking moron. Oh my god. It was so ridiculous. So, I sat down, and I was like, just do it, don't count, nothing, whatever. And she was like, okay, if you insist, and she, pierced it. And it kind of hurt. Like, I don't really remember this one. Like, the one that I got in November, I don't really remember that one hurting a lot. I know it hurt after, but I don't know. I remember it just being a pinch before, and this one hurt a little bit more. So I was like, this doesn't feel right. Maybe I've become somewhat of a wussy, whatever. Because you know how I am with pain. So, after she pierced my ear, she held up the mirror, and she was like, do you like it? Does it look okay? And it looked weird. Like, it's hard to explain how it looked, just because it was so weird. But, okay. We'll do a visual. Alright, with these two, oh god. See how the two backs are lined up? Well, when she did it the first time, like, instead of it going through like this, it went, like, diagonal back. So the back of the earring was way behind my ear. It was, like, back, well, I guess you can't really see. It was pretty far back. And I really wouldn't have minded it if the earring looked okay, but it didn't. It was like, I don't know. It was weird. You could see, like, the side of the earring, so you could see more than the little stone. So I didn't really like it, but I was like, okay, maybe I'm just imagining things, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe it really does look okay, and, whatever, I'll just leave it alone. And she was like, do you like it? And I said, yes. So then Lindsay got hers done. And, she was a little nervous. And then, she got her cartilage pierced, whatever, it's done and over with. So then Morgan sat down, and every time one of us would get our ears pierced, my mom would walk away. Because she was there, first of all, to pay, but also to support Morgan, plus you needed a parent. So she kind of had to be there. But every time we went to get our ears pierced, she would walk away and, like, look at the other earrings or stuff or something, because that stuff totally freaks her out. Like, she cannot stand getting ears pierced. Okay, she doesn't like it. So Morgan sat down, and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous, being Morgan. She was like, I'm a little nervous, I think I'm going to cry. So the lady came up, and she was like, she started, like, shying away, and she covered her ear, and I was like, oh god, this is going to be bad. So she was sitting there, and she was like, can I count? Is it okay if I count? And the lady was like, yeah, go ahead and count, it doesn't matter, it's fine, you can count, and then I'll do it. She's like, okay, can I count to 5? And she's like, yeah, that's fine. So she gets close to her ear, and Morgan goes, no, I don't want to, she's like, I changed my mind. And I was like, Morgan, you can't change your mind, like, you have to do it. And apparently she's been talking about this for months, probably since her birthday. So, going to school and telling all the kids at school that she was going to get her ears pierced and it was going to look so cool and whatever. And Mom came over and she's like, what's taking so long? And Morgan was like, I'm scared. So the woman turns to me and Lindsay, who were standing by Morgan, and we were like holding her hand and stuff. The woman goes, if she doesn't want to do it, I can do you guys again. Like, I can pierce your ears again. I was like, I don't want 2 more piercings or 1 more piercing, and Lindsay sure as heck isn't going to be able to get another piercing. You know what I mean? So I was like, Morgan, just do it. I don't want another piercing. And especially, I don't know if she would have changed the earring, but the earring that Morgan picked out was a little flower, and it was like flat. Like, it didn't come out of your ear at all. It was just a little flat flower. Which, I mean, it wasn't ugly or anything, but I wouldn't have wanted it in my ear, especially for like 6 months. So, finally, after like, I swear it must have been at least 20 minutes that we were sitting there with Morgan covering her ear, she finally did it. And it was weird because I watched the girl pierce her ear, and it was kind of weird. It kind of freaked me out a little bit. But she did 1 ear at a time, obviously, because there was only 1 of her. And after the first one, Morgan was like, "That was it? Blah blah blah. I want to do it again. Like, that didn't hurt at all." Rah, 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 rah. I was like, oh my God. Hey, next video time.